Hello. I'm sorry. Um, the clock said 9 o'clock. I didn't realize. Um, actually, hold on. Let me make sure this is set up all right. Yep. Okay. Good. So welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host Carlito Santiago, and today we are here to talk about what went down on the SmackDown before WrestlePalooza. But if you guys could do me a big favor, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. This was the final show before WrestlePalooza, so it was the last chance WWE had to hype up its newest PLE. Cody Rhodes and Brock were both scheduled to be here. Sammy would defend the United States Championship against Carmelo Hayes, and we'd have ourselves a women's tag team title match as well. So, without any more introductions, also, my casino plans are gone. We're not going to the casino. I know, last minute changes, but we will. So we will be catching the pay-per-view tonight. We will be catching the event. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that, and you guys will be getting the review tomorrow as well. So that's good. Brock Lesnar wants to get home quick. See. Okay. SmackDown opened with Michael Cole acting like he was about to go backstage to interview Lesnar, but the Beast ended up coming out and picking Michael Cole up and carrying him around the ring. When it looked like he might actually hurt Cole, Corey Graves got into the ring and tried to plead with Lesnar not to do anything, which just ended up leading him to receive an F5 instead. He grabbed the camera and spoke directly to Cena, saying, "It's D-Day tomorrow. I'm coming for blood." And then he proceeded to destroy the Prime display before giving Graves another F5. This segment definitely had the crowd's attention, but taking on an announcer who hasn't wrestled in years isn't exactly the best way to make him look unstoppable. Lesnar looked unhinged, but he would have looked a lot more dangerous had he had taken out a tag team or something like that. Or a group. I agree. But that being said, this wasn't a bad segment. It was short and sweet, which is something WWE is always good at doing, so it was nice to see everything wrapped up without overstaying its welcome. So again, this is graded a B minus. No really words from Lesnar, no interview. They just dropping everything here. Dropping the ball for whatever it's worth. So, we also got The Miz on commentary to fill in for Graves. Again, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I think this show is just falling apart real quick. But, yeah, I think the first part with Lesnar showing up and destroying fucking people like Corey Graves. And then, of course, getting in and making I don't know. We had a lot of security guards getting beat up today, so yeah. We move on to our Women's Tag Team Championship matches. It was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair taking on Alba Fire and Chelsea Green because, of course, Piper Niven is injured or out right now. So, again, I like this last time in action. The last time in action, Bliss and Flair defeated the Culling. And, of course, Green lost to Bliss and Fire lost to Tyra May Steele on NXT. So you guys can keep, the last time they faced each other, or the last time, they had a match. The first match of the night saw Flair and Bliss battle Green and Fire for the women's tag team titles. The Queen and Green, what a great rhyming scheme. Ooh, I'm on fire. The Queen and Green started for their teams, but Bliss seemed to tag in after being 30 seconds from a double team. Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, so the Queen and Green started for their teams, but Bliss tagged in after about 30 seconds for some double team spots. Fire helped Green bring Bliss to their corner so they could return the favor. The Miz joined the commentary table during the break. Actually, during the match itself was about to start, he joined the commentary team. We returned to see Flair being yanked off the apron by Fire to avoid a tag from Bliss. When the Queen finally got the tag, she came in and started chopping everything in sight. This was a decent match and with some fun moments, but the ending was pretty much predictable. Bliss and Flair retained, but Fire and Green put on a good fight. it wouldn't be the worst thing for them to be the ones who dethrone the champs eventually. True. Fire was dealt a bad hand after Isla Dawn was released, but it has been great to see how she throws herself into this version of her character. Cool. Yeah, she was really dealt a bad hand. I can give that, I can agree on that. Great to be, and Bliss and Flair, of course, are just great here. And here's the clip that you guys can see of what went down. Miz, you can see Miz joining the commentary team, of course. Everybody kind of like cheering and shit for the Miz. Clapping,
looks like we're going to have some help for the rest of the show. Wait a minute. Cover and a kick out. Welcome. Yes, you will have help. I was backstage.
So, yeah. There's some help there for you. So, moving on, of course, we had the next match be, because we saw him backstage after we came back, we saw Lesnar talk to Heyman saying, we should talk. And, of course, Mr. Nick Aldis wondering why the fuck Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed were here. Well, they sort of hijacked SmackDown here. You see, Fraxium came to the ring for a match, but they were immediately taken out by Breaker and Reed. Paul Heyman got in the ring with a mic, but as he was giving a promo, Nathan Frazier and Axiom went after the men who attacked them. Nick Aldis came out and said on his show that when someone starts a fight, they have to finish it. So he booked them into a tag team match that got started during the break. And of course, as you can see, you can see Breaker here. What speed and precision. Nick, of course, Fraxium got in minimal offense in this one. They had some short bursts, but this was mostly Reed and Breaker absolutely destroying them, which to make them look more dominant. So then when they lose to the Usos, it doesn't mean that they're weak. Reed got the pin with a tsunami. This was too short to be anything special, but it definitely made the Brawns look like beasts. The Usos made an appearance on the big screen and taunted Breaker and Reed. I didn't get to see that, but whatever. Is Heyman supposed to be on speakerphone, or does he just not know how to hold a phone when talking into it? Great to see. And again, this is just giving the Brawns more momentum so that when they lose, they do not look weak. I mentioned that a little early before reading the last part, but you get the point. You get the point. The women's title match being booked. Well, you see, after a break, Nia Jax came to the ring, gave a promo mocking the entire women's division, and called herself the alpha female of the division. Stratton came out after to offer a rebuttal and said everyone is sick of Jax running her mouth and pretending she runs the division. So as, of course, Tiffany was going to come to the ring and maybe handle it, Jade Cargill came out, beat up a few officials, and she got her lick back. She fought back against Jax, trying to get in the ring and beat her up. But, of course, that never happened, you know? She never got to beat up Jax because the referees or the officials pulled her off. So Jax got out of the ring. Everybody being held off. So Aldis coming to do his job. This was going to be booked. This was supposed to be booked for WrestlePalooza. Now it's being booked for next week. Aldis showed up and said there will be a triple threat match for the women's title next week with the three of them. This was a pretty paint-by-the-number segment to set up a match, but at least Cargill got a few hits in, and it will be Orlando, Florida. R-Truth and the Motor City Machine Guns confirm they are fans of the Great British Bake Off. Whatever. WWE ran multiple segments trying to explain to the people of how to use the new ESPN app, but they convincingly forgot to mention the cost for people who don't have ESPN through one of the approved providers. So... Conveniently forgot to mention the cost for the people who don't have ESPN through one of their providers. So, like, for instance, I guess ABC, like, I think it's still $30, $29.99. I know, if you do the Hulu Disney bundle, the unlimited premium bundle, you will be paying at a promotional deal of $39. But once that promotional deal is over, after we've already confirmed it, which if you do it now, you can get the next year. You can get you won't start paying $45 for it until next year because it's that kind of weird thing. You'll have to pay $45 after the promotional deal is over. The promotional deal ends January 5th of next year. So, there's many ways you could do it. The ESPN Unlimited itself, just ESPN Unlimited version, is what you need to watch the WWE's premium live events. $30 a month. Carmelo Hayes and Sami Zayn for the U.S. title came up next, and Carmelo is doing a great job here, of course. And we're going to see that little splash that he did right here. So you can see what he's done. Boom. Leg drop from the rope. Carmelo Hayes is a superstar, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt. The last time we've seen this action, of course, Sami Zayn defeated Rey Fenix, and Hayes and Trick defeated DIY on NXT. Zayn continued his defense of the U.S. title this week when he put it on the line against Carmelo Hayes, who had excited Miz on commentary to cheer him on. They started with some simple exchange of counters and takedowns before Hayes nailed a drop kick to take the champion off his feet. They made this feel competitive right away. Hayes hit a nice springboard leg drop as the show cut to a break. Carmelo kept control through the commercials, but Zayn began to make a comeback when we returned. Melo stayed in the fight, and the match lasted through another commercial break. So this match was really good. To nobody's surprise, Melo and Zayn put on a great show. They are both known for their abilities to have an exciting performance, so putting them together was particularly a guaranteed recipe for a good match. After a clean, hard-fought battle, Sami Zayn was able to retain the title after countering Carmelo Hayes' flip, or Zayn flipped out of Carmelo Hayes' move. Sami Zayn hit a big boot to the face before hitting a Blue Thunder Bomb for the win. Surprisingly, The Miz didn't try to get involved at all, which left it for Hayes to suffer the loss gracefully. Someone had a sign that said, "Not even Carmelo's mom thinks he's him." That's funny. This was a B+, and probably one of the most highlighted parts of the show, that if you really go watch this episode, go out of your way and see this. This is probably worth it. All right? The contract signing. Guys, thank you, Cody. He posted this literally before the show was over. A long video package for Cena and Lesnar had and some more filler. The contract signing between Rhodes and McIntyre closed the show. Rhodes reminded McIntyre that they won the tag team titles 15 years ago on this exact date, but not in this exact building. See, we and Lewis confirmed that because I think Rhodes said that they had won the fucking tag team titles, or they had won the tag team titles in this building 15 years ago. No, it's the date. The date, September 19th, 2010. They won the tag team titles together. At Night of Champions 2010. But nobody is talking about it because the world doesn't revolve around them. See, McIntyre said all he wanted was a legit shot at the title with no interference, and he knows Rhodes is going to make that possible because he is a company man. The Scottish Warrior eventually attacked the American Nightmare and was about to kick him through the announce table again. But he changed his mind and said he wants Rhodes to be at his best. He wants Rhodes to be healthy so that he can take all of that away from him. He said he was going to take what means the most to Rhodes away, the title, and of course his soul, or his ass, depending on what McIntyre really wants. This was a pretty tamed segment, though the crowd didn't seem too excited about it. The show went off the air with McIntyre hitting Rhodes with a big boot and stomping it on his head, and security guards getting involved after Nick Aldis believed that a brawl was going to ensue again. For, I believe, the second time the show. Also, during the filler segment, we got to see Damian Priest throw Kit Williams through a wall because Aleister Black wasn't here, and Damian Priest wants his lick back. He wants his motherfucking revenge on Aleister Black. So, we can now confirm here, the Wrestling Pod can confirm through the likes of PW Insider and through the likes of ESPN, that Brock Lesnar and John Cena will be kicking off the show. And Cody and McIntyre, through PW Insider, will be the main event for WrestlePalooza. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like Brock and Cena have more of a, Cody and McIntyre should open the show, because this doesn't feel like, what it should be. But again, they could all turn around. As long as they give us a great big match, they could probably get us good. They could probably do something. They could sway our minds that, yeah, you know what, this should have stayed as the main event. So, what was the final grade, or what was the final conclusion, or overall point? Well, Friday Night SmackDown included one really good show, a couple that were passable, and ton of filler and ads for WrestlePalooza. WWE clearly knows a lot of fans are confused about how to get the new ESPN service to watch the PLE, so it went overboard with ads trying to explain it during the show, and it doesn't help. We need somebody to literally break it down so they can explain how it will work. That's why Wrestling Pod is willing to offer the support to help you guys get it there. If we don't know, you guys don't know. If they don't know, you guys don't know. And I know it's confusing, but that's probably the clearest thing to make up, right? What I know as of so far is unlimited ESPN. ESPN Unlimited. If you don't know, look it up, search it up. You guys will find what you need, okay? Your services and all that. If you have Disney, Hulu, and ESPN bundle, all right? If you have a selective bundle, if you have the the selected premium bundle, you're going to have to switch it to unlimited. It has to say Disney, Hulu, ESPN Unlimited bundle, okay? It could be premium. It could be not premium. So you might have one that's going to have all ads or one that's not going to have ads. We made the switch over. I talked to my mom about it by making the switch because she owns the Disney Plus, like, she pays for it. So I told her to switch it over, like this. We got through all that. So we're all good and set. But if you don't have Disney Plus or Hulu and you just want ESPN, all you have to do is go look up ESPN.com, and you can find your plans and services that you need. And you might have to pay $30 a month just for the unlimited part, and it could just be one charge on top of the fucking, you know what I mean? Again, it sucks because it's an additional. If you have the bundle, it's just an additional charge on top. It's like a $12 to $18 additional charge. Really, like breaking it down differently of how you look at it. But anyway, if you only have time to watch one thing on the show, make it Sami Zayn and Carmelo Hayes. It was the only standout match on the show. Everything else was either too quick or just not exciting. WWE is really trying to make WrestlePalooza feel like a big deal, but right now it feels like any other event on the calendar. We'll see if they manage to make it good tomorrow, hype it up as well as they can, and this is graded a C overall show, and I gotta agree. If I would say Carmelo and Sami Zayn are the only thing mid-card wise that you go out of your way and watch. It's fun. Even with Miz on commentary, it makes it a bit better, knowing the story and, of course, the people involved. All right. Let me know who you guys think is gonna win at WrestlePalooza. Let me know how you guys thought about SmackDown last night. I thought it was great. Yeah, just hyped up a show. Got Brock Lesnar on there, got Cody and McIntyre up on there. That's great. I'll be checking out WrestlePalooza. We'll be checking out WrestlePalooza tonight. And there's nothing much more to say. We will give you the review tomorrow morning, and I will be here for my birthday stream that I have going on, of course, on my birthday for the Raw review after my birthday, or the Raw review, and then NXT on my birthday, So, I'll give you guys the review on tomorrow. I'll give you guys the Raw review on Tuesday, and then we're back to building up to Parth. So, I will see you guys tomorrow.